Welcome to Bushnell-Prairie City High School for the Spartan Tip-Off Classic. All this every year at Thanksgiving time. Get ready for the Bushnell-Prairie City Spartan Tip-Off Classic. Our first game of the entire tournament will be between the West Prairie Cyclones and the Illini West Chargers. We meet our starting lineups for each respective squad right now. We're meeting the Illini West Chargers first before we meet the home West Prairie Cyclones. Starters tonight for the Illini West Chargers include number 5, Ethan Carlisle, number 22, Trey Niederman, number 23, Brennan Grotz, number 24, Wes Robertson, and number 40, who we just met right there, Rowan Jackson. Head coach Kimmel of Illini West does a great job every year at the program, as that is Illini West wearing the Navy uniforms right over there with the orange numerals. And now we'll meet the West Prairie Cyclones, number 10, Matthew Whitman.
Hey, why didn't you tell me to move the camera?
Why not?
You should have told me to move it.
Braden Copeland wears number 11.
Got a slacker on the camera tonight.
Mr. Dwayne Hulett running camera tonight here at Bushnell-Prairie City. Number 32, Ryan Clark. And Eli DeCounter, number 35, is the man in the middle for West Prairie. West Prairie will wear the white uniforms with black numerals. Their head coach Ian Conklin there along the sideline. And here are your officials. Along the court, it looks like it'll be Wes Robertson to jump for Illini West and Ryan Clark for the West Prairie Cyclones. We are ready to go here. Tip-off from Bushnell-Prairie City High School. The Spartan Tip-Off Classic is just about to be underway here from Bushnell, Illinois on your cold November nights. And here we go to be Charger basketball to start things off. Looks like running point tonight is Trey Niederman. He'll run the main point for Illini West. Ball around the outside. Niederman thought about three, lays it up, and nothing but net for Trey Niederman. Gets the Chargers started to a early lead. It is 2-0.
That had mid-season rhythm to it right there. There was no hesitation for Illini West at all on their first bucket of the year.
We'll see how this young West Prairie team can match up against the Illini West. A lot of young sophomores and young juniors here for West Prairie. One senior on the roster as well, so we'll see how they match up. And there's a turnover there by Whitman. Carlisle right there to snag it away, and Illini West comes the other way. Niederman back up to Carlisle. They move the ball around the outside. And that's Wes Robertson there in the corner as the Chargers set it up on offense. Tipped away there, and they'll reset it with Carlisle at the top. Carlisle wears number 5. Trying to break the down-low defense. Cyclones showing strength in the paint. Niederman kicks it back out to Carlisle. Now we work it around with Robertson.
Just a reminder, no shot clock still in Illinois high school basketball. So
Niederman for 3. It's nothing but net, and he's got the first 5 for the Chargers. Trey Niederman knocks home nothing but net. It's a 3, and it's 5-0. Illini West early. Cyclones try to respond here. Traveling violation on Braden Copeland, and it'll be a turnover, the second of the night here for West Prairie.
It's like dueling shoe tying going on over there by the Illini West Chargers.
So Carlisle to bring things up here for the Chargers. Again, if you're in the live chat, tell us where you're listening from. Always like to be interactive with the chat we've got. So always like to hear where everybody's from. We got a foul on the floor. We'll see who this is against. Yep, Matthew Whitman will pick up his first foul of the night, the first foul of the contest. Go against West Prairie. And Matthew Whitman.
And there's a nice bucket by Wes Robinson.
Wes Robertson adds 2 to the night. With a 7-0 here early, Chargers have shown dominance early on. And Cordell is swatted away by the Charger defense, and here they come the other way. And for some fast break points, it's Robertson around the outside. Now to Niederman, who's got 5. There is Carlisle for three. It's deep three, and it's a rebound to West Prairie. It's Braden Copeland who comes away with that one. Cyclones the other way. Copeland thought about the three. Now they're going to reset it here with Whitman around the top. To counter, driving baseline. It's tipped and stolen away by the Chargers. Another turnover. That is number 4 here early for the Cyclones.
Yeah, need to take a little bit better care of the basketball. Youth may be causing a little bit of issue here for the Cyclones early, but they've played a lot together. I'm sure they'll get it together pretty quick and settle down.
These guys have played, throughout junior high and been pretty deep in the.
Call a charge there, offensive foul.
We'll see who that's against. That'll be against Rowan Jackson. He'll pick up his first foul, the first Charger foul of the evening. So 1 foul apiece in the foul department. Matthew Whitman will bring things up here for West Prairie. And that ball tipped away, and there's number 5 in the turnover department for the Cyclones. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. Carlisle, Niederman, corner 3. It is just off. And a rebound to Ryan Clark. And here come the Cyclones the other way.
Good rebounding position for Clark, understanding that from the corner the ball could come off the far side. He had good position, got the rebound.
4:35 here left in this first quarter, and a missed shot there by DeCounter was looking for a foul. And Illini West will come back into the offensive zone. It'll be Carlisle to set things up, so he's taking over the main point position here for Illini West. And that is a beautiful backdoor pass there. Finds Niederman for 2. Trey Niederman, the lead scorer tonight. He's already got 7 of the first 9, and Coach Conklin will take a timeout here for West Prairie. We'll keep it right here, though.
30-second timeout, call out by West Prairie.
You are watching TSSR Game Time Live, which is presented by MDH. McDonough District Hospital athletic trainers in the MDH Rehabilitation Center, with locations here in Bushnell and in Macomb, provide expert help to Cyclone student athletes in the prevention, care, and rehabilitation of all athletic injuries. Learn more at mdh.org. McDonough District Hospital, more than hospital care, a hospital caring. There's Coach Conklin right there. He mans the Cyclone bench as the Cyclones will get ready to go back here on offense. Braden Copeland will bring things up. 9-0 Illini West early. Ball tipped around. That's going to be out of bounds. Good defense by Illini West. It'll stay with the Cyclones. We got a couple of substitutions coming into the ball game. Number 35, Wes Smith will enter the ball game, and
number 14, Stonger checking in
Kyle
as well.
Stonger will check into the ball game for Illini West. So first substitutions, and the West Prairie Cyclones sticking with their original 5 here about 4 minutes in.
Yeah, it's not unusual to see a lot of substitutions, especially early in the season, as they try to get their legs underneath them a little bit, especially the kids that played football.
Yep. Football just ended a couple of state semifinals a couple of days ago. Copeland going towards the basket, can't get anything there. Was probably looking for a foul. He's stumbling, but Illini West will come over the basketball, and they bring it into the corner. Stonger travels. It's a turnover for Illini West. Game number 1 of the Spartan Tip-Off Classic here, Bushnell-Prairie City, playing in the bowl here. Bushnell, always a nice gym to come to. One of the nicer gyms in the area, I'd say. Come and play basketball at. To counter, going, it's going to be a foul on the floor. So the foul will be before the shot. It's going to be against Illini West. And number 14, I believe, Kyle Stonger will pick that foul up. So second foul of the night for the Chargers. And another foul here. This one's going to be against West Prairie, though. It'll turn the ball over.
Yeah, Whitman, his second.
His second foul here early on. We are only a good 5 minutes into this ball game, and Whitman with 2 fouls. Something to keep an eye on as we venture into the rest of this ball game.
Yeah, he's going to be a key to this team, too. They do not want to get him in foul trouble early. And might be seeing him take a seat here if they can find a way to get him on off the floor for a few plays here, just to settle him down a little bit maybe.
Yep. Cyclones still looking for their first points of the night. 9-0 ball around the outside. Carlisle for 3, and it's good. Ethan Carlisle knocks home a 3, and it's 12-0 in favor of the Illini West Chargers. They've gone on a 12-0 run. DeCounter going baseline against two defenders. Nice shot, just couldn't get the roll of the rim.
Yeah, great move by DeCounter, showing some quick feet for the big guy, but couldn't get it to finish.
It's a tough shot there for Eli, two big defenders in front of him, but got to the rim, just did not get the roll of the rim. Robertson for three, it's off. Rebound to DeCounter, so he comes away with it, and Carlisle with the easy steal and score.
Yeah, Carlisle was smart there. He didn't swipe at it initially, kind of let Eli, relax a little bit and then swiped it away from him.
That's, Carlisle, is, he's the junior, so he's got a lot of experience to counter, younger in his days at West Prairie. Whitman working the ball around the outside. Let's see if the Cyclones can get something going here. It should be 14-0 in favor of the Chargers. Ryan Clark wants three. It's off. No good. Rebound. Fought for, and it's going to be Charger basketball. And here comes Niederman around to Carlisle. Chargers set things back up with West. Robertson at the top. Slow it down, working with Niederman there, and there's Ryan Clark, who comes in, sneaks away, and it's a steal. And here come the Cyclones the other way. Clark is swatted away by Robertson, but it is back to the Cyclones. Here comes Whitman.
Good response defensively for the Chargers after the Cyclones got a big steal.
Three ball is no good for Braden Copeland, and it'll be Illini West basketball. We got a substitution here for the Cyclones. Number 2, Ruger Olson will check into the ball game. He'll check in for Eli DeCounter. So DeCounter will get a seat here with 1 minute and 8 seconds left of this first quarter.
A little extra time there to inbound the basketball. Officials maybe giving them a little bit of a break with 1:05 to go here in the first quarter.
Been some pretty continuous basketball. Haven't had a lot of stoppages. Just the one timeout and a couple of fouls, but
no free throws yet, have
yeah,
they?
exactly. Yep, no free throws. And Whitman comes away with that rebound in under 1 minute to go here. First quarter from BPC High. Here's the bowl of the Spartans. Bushnell will play after this, though. Defend their home court against the Macomb Bombers, which will have that game right here on TSSR Game Time Live. Whitman going towards the basket, runs into a couple of Chargers and has to spin it away.
Call a carry right there.
Carry violation. Turnover number 6 here for West Prairie early on.
30 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Another sub coming in for West Prairie. Whitman's going to take a seat.
Caden Little checking into the ball game. So Whitman there, we were talking about how he would probably likely see the bench here with a couple of fouls early on. He'll see it for the remaining 30 seconds of this first quarter.
Yeah, it gives him doesn't pick up a cheap foul at the end of the quarter. Also gives him about another probably minute of break here.
Yep, extra rest time there for one of West Prairie's up and coming. 14-0 in favor of the Chargers early on. Wes Robertson dribbling baseline. Niederman's made a 3 early, and he makes another. Trey Niederman knocks home 3. And that one is no good from Copeland. Was looking for the half-court buzzer beater. And at the end of this first quarter, it is the Chargers who lead the West Prairie Cyclones 17-0. You're listening to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
I went through MDH when we were trying to get pregnant. We were struggling the first year, and then when we got pregnant, I stayed at MDH and through labor and now for pediatrics. My experience was nothing short of phenomenal. I was met with amazing staff members who helped me through concerns that I had when she was first born, helping me learn how to be a new mom. It was really reassuring and comforting knowing that I had so much support and kindness around me. My entire pregnancy at MDH was amazing.
Welcome back to Bushnell-Prairie City High School. Here you are taking a look at the Illini West Charger bench as they clapped it up here at the end of the first quarter. They've had a great first quarter on a 17-0 run here against the West Prairie Cyclones, headlined by the lead scorer of the Illini West Chargers, number 22, Trey Niederman. Niederman is the senior there over at Illini West. He's done a great job, leads the Chargers with 10 points. Still see that Charger bench there. They got a deep team of a lot of young players. As Copeland will bring things up here for the Cyclones, who get the ball to start quarter number 2 from Bushnell-Prairie City. So the counter will swing it all the way across court to Ruger Olson, who's going to dribble baseline. We got a blocking foul charged to Illini West.
Be on the floor, though. Sorry about the camera, folks. I was trying to help Justice for a second there. Trying to get his camera to work over there.
So fouls will reset after each quarter, and the Chargers pick up the first foul. Did miss who that foul was against. We'll catch up with that later on, though. The counter gets the inbound, and the Cyclones will bring things up. Whitman back into the ball game for West Prairie. Still looking for their first points of the night. Definitely drew a tough contest here, though, against the Illini West. Plays very well.
Another foul.
This is going to go against the Illini West number 3, who's checked into the ball game. That is Miles Weir. Picks up his first foul. And the Chargers' second foul. So 2 fouls here early on, the first 30 seconds of the second quarter for Illini West. Something you want to clean up if you are Coach Kimmel and the Chargers. Chargers and Cyclones in game number 1 of the Spartan Tip-Off Classic. Whitman towards the baseline as Ryan Clark with the first points for West Prairie. Ryan Clark knocks home 2 on the rebound. 17-2, Cyclones with their first points of the night. Miles Weir with the ball. Now here come the Chargers around the outside, ball tipped around, and that's a rebound. Here comes the West Prairie. Down the court, the counter lost it. Just kind of a pass that went down the court there. Whitman was looking for the counter and just couldn't get him in time. We got a quick substitution. It looks like Ruger Olson will check into the ball game for West Prairie. Whitman will head back to the bench. A couple of more substitutions as Carlisle will come into the ball game. Brennan Grotz has checked into the ball game as well for Illini West. And now we see a little bit of a full court press here from the Cyclones down early. Have got to show some sort of defense here early on. We'll see what they do. Carlisle with the ball now for Illini West as they move it around the outside. Robertson going straight to the backboard, and he lays it up and in.
Nice move by Robinson there to get to the basket.
Wes Robertson's 4th of the night. Trey Niederman, the lead scorer, he's got 10. 19-2 Chargers early on. The counter working with Cordell now. Gets it to Copeland on the right wing, and it's turnover to West Prairie. It'll be number 7. Robertson in the corner. Now they swing it out. West corner in there for, that's number 14. Kyle Stonger's checked in the ball game. That ball off, no good. Rebound of West Prairie. And the counter to bring things up. Olson. Swing it out to Copeland. Now on the right wing for Cordell. Cyclones set it up. Olson up top, who's recently checked in the ball game. Copeland going towards the basket, looking for contact. Didn't get the foul called. Now we got another foul here on the floor. We'll see who that's going to be against. It'll be against the Illini West as the ball stays down here. This foul will go against Illini West, number 40, Rowan Jackson. I believe that's Rowan Jackson's second foul of the contest. Is the 3rd foul for the Chargers of Illini West. And Matthew Whitman back into the ball game now for Ruger Olson. Clark to the basket. He's got another 2. He leads the way for West Prairie with 4. 19-4. Chargers by 15, but West Prairie and Ryan Clark showing a little something here. Robertson dribbling to the outside now for Carlisle. He's working with a couple of Cyclone defenders. Now going towards the back, and he's got that one. We've got a foul here charged to West Prairie. We'll see who that's against. That's going to be number 11, This is going to be Braden Copeland to pick up the first foul for the Cyclones. And we'll see our first free throw opportunities coming from Ethan Carlisle, the junior out of Illini West. First shot is up and good for Ethan. Second shot for Carlisle off no good. Rebound there to Clark. So 1 for 2 at the free throw line for Clark. Or excuse me, for Carlisle. Now Clark on the other side, who's got 4 for West Prairie. Copeland works, kicks it out now. Whitman for 3. It's off no good. Rebound Wes Robertson of the Illini West Chargers now, who have the ball. They move it around. Ethan Carlisle will bring things up for the Chargers. Bounce pass there, now down low to Robertson. Ball almost tipped and stolen around, and Robertson adds 2 more. Wes Robertson adds 2 more. It's 22-4, excuse me. I'll get that extra foul shot in there. 22-4. We start to see a little bit of the Bushnell-Prairie City student section show up. We got a turnover here by West Prairie. Another one here early on. 3:53 left here in this first half. Ethan Carlisle will check things in for the Illini West Chargers. Now Trey Niederman back into the ballgame for Illini West. He's the lead scorer here. He's got 10. Around the outside now, Carlisle thought about a deep 3. He's going to set things back up. .330 left here in this first half. Carlisle was looking for a foul, and he put up the shot, can't get it. And here come the Cyclones the other way. They've got the numbers. Copeland for 3, lets it fly, and Braden Copeland knocks home a 3. Braden Copeland with a 3 ball. Carlisle. Niederman for 3. It's good. Trey Niederman matches Copeland there in the 3 department at 25-7 here. Chargers lead this one late in the first half. Copeland are on the outside now. Whitman. Cyclones have shown some offense here in this second half. That ball swatted away there. Charger defender number 35, Wes Smith, got a hand on it. Smith now had the block earlier on. And we get a traveling violation to be turnover for Illini West.
It's getting warm in here.
It is. It is very warm in here. Pretty cold outside, but warm here in the...
It's either that or I'm trying to do this and help them too, and I'm just old and overweight, and that might be part of the problem too. I don't know.
Cyclones bring the ball up.
I mean, I know I'm old and overweight, but just not 100% sure if that's a problem.
There goes Carlisle, who gets it tipped away, and Rodever gets that ball back in there. Illini West basketball, we get a couple of substitutions. Wes Robertson will check into the ball game, as well as Ruger Olson, number 30. Caleb Shrek will head to the bench. And a nice inbound there to Robertson.
I don't think West Prairie was any more ready for that inbound defensively as I was on the camera.
That was a good inbound play, definitely drawn up in practices. Beautifully executed there to Robertson, who leads the way now with 6 here in this half.
Niederman have 6 too?
In this half, well, in this quarter, quarter scoring. There you go.
This half of the half.
This half of the half, which is called a quarter, and there's Copeland for 3, and he's got 6. A couple of threes for Braden Copeland here tonight. Cyclones crack double digits. They're at 10, 27-10. Chargers have the early advantage. Three ball there, Trey Niederman. His third three of the night.
I almost willed that into existence, didn't I?
That's actually
He's got six.
Three number 4. That is his fourth three of the night.
Second one of the quarter.
And that is correct. He's got 2 in each quarter. Robertson lays it up, can't get it to fall. Rebound on fought for on the floor. Here come the Cyclones. And Copeland, who gets it stripped and stolen away. Ball on the floor. We got a jump ball. And it'll be possession arrow will face Illini West.
51 seconds left.
And here's this press we've seen from West Prairie. They're just going to probably take a little bit of time, though. Got a 20-point lead here, closing out this first half. Robertson working at the top.
35 seconds remaining.
Going baseline corner. Niederman's got 4 threes. Does he have 5? He doesn't have that one.
He's only allowed 2 per quarter.
That's right. So we'll have to see if that trend continues. Copeland wants 3. That one off just a little bit on the ring there.
He's apparently only allowed 2 per quarter also.
Seems like the limit is 2 threes a quarter. We'll have to see if that streak breaks here. It very well could. Niederman's got the ball, who's got a couple of threes this quarter. 30-10, Chargers, 7 seconds on the clock. And, hey, there's Niederman for 3, and it's good. And there goes the limit. Trey Niederman for 3, and the Chargers lead at 33-10 at the half. We'll be back after this halftime interview. You're watching TSSR Game Time Live, presented to you by MDH.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
MTC Communications is building a high-speed fiber network in our community, and we're putting priority on the areas with the greatest interest. That means we need your input to let us know you want us to build fiber in your area first. Experience the speed and convenience of fiber internet by visiting our special website and registering. Let us know you want fiber internet today and make your voice heard.
My experience with McDonough District Hospital was amazing. I have a lot of allergies, complicated by nasal problems. And the procedure I had is Vive Air. Dr. Sparks was incredible.
The Vive Air procedure is a radiofrequency ablation procedure. She no longer has to do any medications to breathe, so she gets much more restful night's sleep. And a short little office procedure, and have somebody that feels like it's totally changed their life means the world.
It's a permanent improvement on the quality of your life.
And welcome back to halftime with Joanna Edson. Joanna, you've been at MDH since 2010. Is that what you said to me earlier?
Correct.
So what do you do here at MDH?
I'm Director of Behavioral Health and Psychiatry.
Okay. Director of Behavioral Health and Psychiatry. You're relatively new to the director role.
Correct.
But you've been here for several years. What have you done to get to this point?
I started out as a after-hours crisis worker and then was hired full-time 2 years later, so 2012. And then I was a therapist until I took the director position.
So what is it that's kept you at MDH? Obviously, if you've stayed as long as you have, there's something about MDH that keeps you here and makes you feel like you're doing something special. What is that?
I always wanted to work at MDH. I started, I actually have 2 masters after my first master's. I got in community health education. I wanted to come work here as a health educator, but nurses were getting hired for those positions. And so I had to take a different route. So then I worked for Teen Parent Services, and I started a homeless shelter and ran that for 11 years. Went back to school and got my master's of social work, and then I ended up here.
So you've taken a roundabout road to get to MDH. So if you've always wanted to work at MDH, what was it about MDH that made you want to come here?
I don't know. I just like the hospital vibe.
As the director now, you've been here. You've
worked outside the hospital before you came to the hospital. You've worked in the hospital. Do you think that well-rounded, I should say, experience will allow you to do your job as a director a little bit better?
I believe all things happen for a reason. So there was a reason I wasn't hired all those years ago. It gave me opportunities to do things that I always wanted to also do, which was open a homeless shelter. There was a time when I was working for Teen Parent Services where I was running into a lot of homeless teens who also were either pregnant or had babies, and some of them were living with me. So we moved towards opening a shelter so they would have housing. And I was there for 11 years, which gave me a lot of insight into people and services in the community and how to help people. My desire to go back to school for my master's of social worker was to kind of help people at a deeper level, a more permanent level, help them figure out what keeps them getting into situations that are not good for them.
All right. Behavioral health. You see people at their worst times a lot of times. I mean, the hospital is a physical problem issue, but also behavioral health. You see them at their worst times on the mental side of things too. How do you deal with that kind of stuff on a regular basis, and how does MDH help the people that you guys have to deal with on that level?
I think that all of the other jobs helped me develop really good boundaries. I think we have to do what we can, which is not fix everything. And in this situation, a lot of times you're getting them to the next step. So if there's an emergency, you're getting them through that emergency and then going to find a different place for what's the next step that's going to work best for them. Same with mental health. If they come in crisis, we're going to help them get to work through whatever is emergent and then figure out, do they need counseling, hospitalization? Where do we need to have them go next?
Okay, Joanna, we talked about you have you've been a part of the community for a long time, and one of the new things at MDH is the Children's Play Therapy Room. Can you touch on that a little bit before we head back to the second half?
Sure. The play therapy room is something that I've wanted to do for a while. I've been doing sand tray therapy with kids, which is a way for them to work through their trauma or problems in a way that they don't have to use words. And I always, to do it well, you have to have a special room and it has to be set up a certain way. And I had planned to do it a few years ago, and then COVID hit, and then we had, so it just got delayed. When I took over as director, there was a room available, and the former director said, "Why don't you do your play therapy room that you've been wanting to do for a while?" And it started from there, and the foundation office helped us put supplies in there, and we also had a lot of toys and things that we already used in other offices. So it's a beautiful room. Kids are loving it. And it's making a huge difference.
And one of the cool things, there's no electronics in there, right?
Correct.
And there's a reason for that, I'm sure.
It's set up and designed just to be very peaceful and calming and quiet.
All right, we'll be back with the second half right after this.
MTC Communications is building a high-speed fiber network in our community, and we're putting priority on the areas with the greatest interest. That means we need your input to let us know you want us to build fiber in your area first. Experience the speed and convenience of fiber internet by visiting our special website and registering. Let us know you want fiber internet today and make your voice heard.
I went through MDH when we were trying to get pregnant. We were struggling the first year, and then when we got pregnant, I stayed at MDH and through labor and now for pediatrics. My experience was nothing short of phenomenal. I was met with amazing staff members who helped me through concerns that I had when she was first born, helping me learn how to be a new mom. It was really reassuring and comforting knowing that I had so much support and kindness around me. My entire pregnancy at MDH was amazing.
Minimally invasive surgery offers a variety of benefits to the patient. We are now able to offer patients a variety of operations with small incisions rather than big open incisions. The surgeries that we can do now, minimally invasive, include bariatrics, hernia repair, colorectal surgeries, faster recovery, smaller incisions, faster time back to work.
The industry-first 2-in-1 removable agitator from Whirlpool gives you 2 ways to wash. Jeans, in. Sweaters, out. Towels, in. Comforters, out. You decide. Whirlpool.
When my parents told me they'd be using Adams Experts, I felt a bit replaced. I mean, they always called me to remove their viruses or get their printer connected to Wi-Fi. He even set up their new Roku.
How do I adopt a new son?
But then he taught me a few things. And now, we're like tech brothers.
Adams Experts. Repair, maintenance, and setup for all your home technology needs.
MDH Sport Medicine and Rehab is just not for the athlete. We see a variety of ages, getting them from having pain to no pain to get back to their normal activities and their prior level of function.
Welcome back to Bushnell-Prairie City High School here for the final 16 minutes of this basketball game here. Game number 1 of the Spartan Tip-Off Classic. Game number 1 consisting of Illini West and the West Prairie Cyclones, and the Chargers gotten off to a prominent lead. They lead this one 33-10 here after 16 minutes of play. Some statistics to go over here, all of course unofficial, as I wouldn't say I have the official scorebook by any means, but the Chargers lead the way, 19 points leading the way is Trey Niederman, who has had 5 3-point shots tonight, so he's leading the way with 19, and then you got 6 points here for Ethan Carlisle, and then 8 points as well for Wes Robertson, and Braden Copeland leads the way for the Cyclones of West Prairie. He's got 2 threes. He's got 6 points, and Ryan Clark with 4. So that is the 10 points for West Prairie. 33-10 here as we start quarter number 3 between the Cyclones and the Chargers. Cyclones with offensive possession. We'll see if they can get anything going here. Eli DeCounter with the ball. Now Copeland wants another 3, and he cashes Braden. Copeland knocks home a 3. So Braden Copeland with 3 threes to start his night, and they've all been beautiful shots. Cyclones crack back in, down by 20 now. Niederman, who had 5 threes in that first half there for the Chargers. Second chance bucket, though, for Rowan Jackson is good. And the Chargers had 2 more. Dwayne Hulett running camera tonight here at Bushnell-Prairie City High School.
I didn't know if you were going to turn my microphone up.
Oh, you're back up.
I'd have been okay if you didn't. I'm sure everybody at home would have been too. I'll try to do better. I'll stop trying to help people around me and pay attention to what I'm supposed to be doing.
Cyclones and Chargers going at it. Game number 1. DeCounter just kind of threw that one up, hoping to maybe land it. He'll go to the free throw line and shoot a couple. We'll see if this foul's on for Illini West. Looks like it's going to be 23, and that is Brennan Grotz, so he'll pick up his first foul.
This is the first free throws of the game for
for the
Cyclones.
Yep, that's right. Ethan Carlisle, the only other one to shoot free throws.
You didn't think I was paying attention, did you?
I'm not going to say.
I could tell by the surprise in your voice.
Didn't hide it well enough. DeCounter at the free throw line, shooting a pair. First shot is going to rattle home for Eli.
6:48 to go here in the third quarter.
Second shot off, no good. And it'll be Charger basketball the other way. 35-14 on the free throw there from DeCounter. 3 ball for Grotz is off no good. He almost gets his own rebound, though, but DeCounter right there to box him out. It'll be Cyclone basketball the other way here in Braden Copeland. Matthew Whitman, who had an early couple of fouls to start, he's back into the ball game.
Cyclones played much better there in the second quarter, and you got to feel like if they can keep that going, they can build on that for the rest of the week and the rest of the year. Just got a slow start. In fact, they didn't score a point in the first quarter, did they?
Correct, yep. It was a over first quarter for the Cyclones didn't get started till Ryan Clark had a couple of back-to-back rebounds and the buckets for the Cyclones in that second half. Whitman there for 2, and the Cyclones getting going here. Matthew Whitman, his first points of the night.
That's what we talked about, though, there in the first quarter when they were struggling, turning the ball over a little bit. It mentioned they're still kind of young, playing against some older kids. And they get settled down and get back into a rhythm, and it looks like they're starting to find that now.
Looks like we have somebody in the live chat. Alex says hi. So, hello, Alex. Glad you're with us here on this November night. Cold here in Bushnell. That ball is stolen away there. Rowan Jackson was just standing right there in the middle of the court, and he was able to come away with it.
Yeah, the live chat's open. The kids can go back and watch the game and see who was watching the game and cheering them on. So hop in there, tell us where you're watching from, who you're cheering for. We'd like to see that. We also do have the availability to there's a nice shot.
Niederman, he's been on fire tonight. He's got 21.
I was going to say that we do have super chat options, so if you're into that kind of stuff and you would like to drop us any kind of a donation for broadcasting these games, you're welcome to do that in the super chat. Also puts you at the top of the list for the chats.
Copeland, great find there for Clark down low as he just had a couple of Charger defenders, didn't really have anywhere to go with the basketball. Found Clark just off his hands, and it'll be a turnover. It'll be Illini West basketball. Chase Mudd, go Chargers. We got some Illini West fans in the chat. Robinson swinging around to Carlisle now. He's going to work baseline. He's working with Clark. Good defense there by Ryan Clark. Carlisle had no shot.
Is Chase the one that we were talking about last year that needed to nice bucket?
That's number 23, Brennan Gratz.
Needed to be studying his Spanish last year. Is that? If I got the wrong mud.
This is a great question because I have no idea.
Chase will be able to answer that if he's still in the live chat.
We'll have to see Chase Mudd and let us know.
His father was talking about watching and said he should be studying Spanish.
Tipped away there, Wesley Robertson with a big steal and score. Had a timeout taken here by West Prairie, so they'll take their second. We'll keep it right here, though. 41-16, Chargers lead this one late in the third. 3:59 left. TSSR is brought to you by MTC Communications. Are you having slow, unreliable internet? So it just doesn't cut it anymore in 2024. MTC Communications offers lightning fast, reliable fiber internet, video, phone service, and camera systems to the McDonough, Henderson, and Hancock County areas. Visit mtc.crowdfiber.com to check your availabilities. MTC, great work there around the area. Also by Pawn Plus. Pawn Plus is proud to have served Macomb and the surrounding area for over 20 years, providing cash for most items of value. Pawn Plus is the area's largest seller of used items, including firearms. They also provide on-site jewelry repairs and are open 9 to 5 Monday through Saturday. They have a great selection of jewelry, electronic tools, and video games.
And Amazon mystery boxes for $100.
Amazon mystery boxes.
I did a live stream on one of those for the channel, for the TSSR Game Time Live Facebook page. It's a lot of fun. Found all kinds of goodies in there.
So go get yourself an Amazon mystery package.
That's right. They're fun. $100.
Know where to find them.
There was like $500 worth of stuff in mine.
Right in between Taco Bell and Erico.
They also do cell phone repair now.
Pawn Plus just got it all.
John Burton, probably there working right now. Actually, he's not. He's on vacation right now.
TSSR.
John Burton is in Florida. I wonder if John's watching tonight. He's probably out partying or something.
Ain't no way he's watching right now. He's exactly what he's doing.
He's become a party animal since he turned 21 and spent a summer in Decatur. I'm just kidding. He hasn't. Mom, if you're listening, or Dad, I'm kidding. He's not.
Chase Mudd has replied in our live chat, I was indeed the one who was supposed to be studying Spanish last year. So you were correct. Chase Mudd is the one there. Looks like we got a foul on the floor. It's going to be charged to Matt Whitman. That's foul number 3 for him. Cyclones don't want to get him in foul trouble.
I hope you passed, Chase, for whatever that's worth.
41-16 here. First shot good for Ethan Carlisle at the free throw line. Carlisle found himself at the free throw line for Illini West in the first half, that is. It's 1 for 2 there.
How are you, Coach? Good to see you. You going to come up and talk to us later? Whatever. Why don't you just come at the start of the next one? I'm not paying attention again. Coach Voss was just walking by, the Illini Bluffs coach. They don't play tonight. They'll be playing tomorrow night.
Coach Voss does a great job over there with Illini Bluffs. Remember talking with him last year. There's Carlisle for 3.
They will do a running clock, but not until the fourth quarter, I do not believe.
Yep, I think you're right. Cyclones with a basketball. The ball tipped away there by Robertson. Got a hand on it.
I give Robinson credit there. He didn't, Robertson, he didn't even try to sell that like he didn't touch it.
Yep. That's just good defense all around. There from the Chargers senior. Clark will move the ball around the outside of the counter. Now Copeland leads the way for West Prairie. He's got 9. All threes. Ryan Clark to the basket. Can't get it to fall. Body's on the floor. We'll see who comes away with it. Looks like Caden Little, and we got ball out of bounds there by Robertson on the floor, and it'll be West Prairie basketball. And how about
he was actually touching it when he landed out of bounds.
The lone senior there, Caden Little, down on the floor, getting the basketball for West Prairie.
Yeah, good hustle. And a game that's 30 points right now. It's a lot of hustle from both teams. You can tell it's early in the season.
Yep.
Trying to get after it, but that's what West Prairie is going to have to do the rest of the week.
Foul charged against Illini West, the number 14, Kyle Stonger. That's his second foul. 2-1 in the foul department here in this third quarter. 2:30 to go. Little with it, dribbling baseline. Nice find there to Brody Cordell. Just couldn't get the roll there. And Illini West comes away with it, and it's Wesley Robertson with a basketball. Good defense from West Prairie and Ryan Clark. That ball was intended there for number 35, Wes Smith, but couldn't get it to him. And the Cyclones come the other way, down by 30, 46-16.
You know, they're down by more than they were to start the half, but it seems like they've played so much better here in the second half, meaning the Cyclones.
100% agree with that if you're a West Prairie fan. You know, it's a young team playing Illini West, who's very tough. You know, very well-coached team and plays it right, and they got some big seniors there like Wes Robertson, who's just tough to stop down low. Adds 2 more to his night. He's got 10. A quiet 10 points, I would say, for Wes Robertson. Copeland thought about the 3. He's got 3 of them tonight. I wouldn't see why not. Little to the baseline. He'll be fouled. He'll go to the free throw line and shoot a couple here. So Caden Little, the lone senior at West Prairie. Matthew Whitman going to check back into the ball game here for West Prairie. That's going to go on.
Number 14.
Yeah. That's going to be number 3 for Stonger. So imagine we'll see him come out of the ball game here in a moment.
Whitman checking back in.
Braden Copeland will head to the bench. Caden Little at the free throw line. Second shot is up, no good, so 0 for 2 there. 48-16, Chargers lead by a handful. Maybe a couple of handfuls. Wes Robertson dribbling baseline. He's going to go up, and he's fouled. 2 shots coming for Wes Robertson, and Brody Cordell is going to pick up that foul for West Prairie.
Had already had more free throws shot in this third quarter than we had the entire first half.
3-2 in the foul department. Illini West with 3. Wes Robertson will shoot a pair. First one is up and good. For the senior from Illini West. Little back out of the ball game. Copeland back in. And Robertson up, and second shot just does not rattle home. So Robertson 1 for 2 at the free throw line, and here comes Copeland and the Cyclone offense. The counter on the outside, now swing it up top to Clark, and the Cyclones work it down low with Cordell. Double team, gonna kick it back out. Whitman gets into a three, can't get it to fall. Rebound to Illini West. Ball fought for, and it will still be Illini West. Good hustle there from the Cyclones, trying to fight for that basketball right there. Just about said baseball.
Well, you're a baseball player at heart,
Wow.
so.
Fighting for a baseball.
Hey, at least the ball's round.
That's about all I got going for me right there.
A little smaller and a different color, but hey, it's round
Just
anyway.
a little different. Chargers with the basketball now.
Doesn't bounce quite as good on hardwood floor
no.
either.
Practice plenty of times in this gym here. BWP. Baseball. We used wiffle balls in this gym. No, we didn't use a lot of baseballs. 5-second violation there. I thought they were going to call a foul. Coach Conklin, Coach DeCounter thought so too, and we're a little
The
shocked.
5 second came just before the foul did.
Yeah,
That's what happened right there. 15 seconds left.
Yep. 15 seconds here, third quarter. Cyclones and Chargers, TSSR Game Time live. Clark kick it out to Cordell. You only got 5 seconds here. Got to do something to counter. Puts up the shot and can't get it to fall, so poor execution there by the Cyclones. At the end of the third, it is 48-16. Chargers lead by a handful. We'll be back right after this. You're listening to TSSR Game Time live, presented by MDH.
I chose MDH. We moved here, and I was researching different places that would allow me to VBAC, have a vaginal birth after C-section, and the doctors here do encourage that, and so I chose that after looking online, and I wouldn't want to deliver anywhere else because they all go above and beyond, and they're so kind and actually care about you.
I grew up in a small town in Missouri, and I like the feel of community. I like knowing the people that I take care of and knowing the people around me, providing care for someone that you know is in this community and helping them to get better.
I would have to say that is the most rewarding part of what I do, making a difference in people's lives, taking care of the women from puberty on through postmenopausal stages and seeing them go through the phases and stages of life.
Welcome back to Bushnell-Prairie City High School. Quarter number 4 ready to get going, the final 8 minutes of this one between the Chargers and the Cyclones. Game number 1 of the Spartan Tip-Off Classic.
That might be the first quarter I was actually paying attention at the end of the start of it. I apologize, folks.
Big things coming for Dwayne this week.
Trying to do too many things at the same time. None of which include the broadcast, obviously.
Stole it away there from the Cyclones and Brady Copeland. The ball gets tipped away. He puts up the shot, and he'll be fouled. So we got a foul on the Illini West. We'll see who this is going to be against.
It is a running clock.
Yep. 23, Brennan Grotz will pick up that foul. It was the first for the Illini West Chargers of the fourth. First shot good for Brady Copeland here in the fourth. Yeah, second shot good for Copeland, so he goes 2 for 2 at the free throw line. Adds 2 more to his night. 48-18, so down by 30. There is the running clock we talked about. Baseline now Carlisle for 3, and that one off no good. Rebound fought for, and Brady Copeland who comes away with it. Cyclones the other way. Cordell all the way around to Clark on the left wing. Now to Whitman. The counter now to Clark, moving the ball around the outside. Set it back up, 6:30 to go here, fourth quarter. And counting a foul here for Brady Copeland, who goes to the free throw line. Brady Copeland, have yourself a night. He's got, let's see, 9.
Basket was good.
Going for 14 right here. Can't get that one to fall, though.
Well, Clark could have got one. They let the travel go because the foul wasn't called.
Yep. 49.
Under 6 minutes to go already with the running clock.
19.
49-20 it says on the scoreboard.
Yes, that's where that should have went. There we go. Got it updated. We got a foul. Yep. 23, that's Brennan Grotz. That's going to be his third foul. Second here in just a matter of about a minute for Grotz. So 49-20. Chargers lead by 29. So I believe that the shot, or not the shot clock, the clock will not be running. I think it's a 30, right? Yep.
Well, it'll be running. Once it starts, it doesn't stop.
Oh, okay, well, there you go. That's a good thing we got Dwayne here. I'm feeding you false information. Oh, here we go. Scott Mudd in the live chat. Chase Mudd should be studying, but he's watching his heroes at TSSR. You guys should go together like peanut butter and jelly.
Scott, I appreciate it greatly. That's
Copeland
transition
for 2.
basket.
And a quick 2 on the other way there.
I met Scott and his lovely wife at a Illini West football game earlier this year, and we were talking about that very subject, actually. Not the hero part, but the studying for his test part.
Got a foul against the Illini West, number 3, Miles Weir, his second.
We should get Chase.
There's where our mystery foul is at.
We should get Chase to broadcast for us. That's what we need to do. Or Scott, one or the other, don't you think?
Yeah, pop on in.
Start doing some more Illini West stuff for us.
There you go. Perfect expansion. A couple of new substitutions here for Illini West. Number 32, Cash Jones will check into the ball game, as well as number 4, Aiden Hocker. Welcome to the court.
4 minutes, and Clark crossed the start-finish line a little too early right there.
Lane violation. It'll be
the gun wasn't fired before he left the blocks.
Turnover here. West Prairie 51-22 is your score.
That he had the same problem I did when I used to shoot free throws. I knew I was missing, and I tried to get a head start.
See, here's the thing. I never shot free throws. You know why?
Because you never played basketball?
Never played basketball. And that's just one way to do it. We're with it on the outside. Chargers move it.
The easiest way to stop something is to never start it.
That's right. Weir with it. Going to get rid of it out to the outside there. That's number 23, Brennan Grotz, who's got a couple of 3 fouls, but 3:15 to go here in this one. Game number 2 of the night will be between the home Spartans and the Macomb Bombers, so we'll have that one right here. TSSR Game Time Live. We'll also talk with Illini Bluffs head coach, Coach Voss over here.
Foul is number 2. On the floor. Out of bounds to the Chargers.
There we go. Get that updated 4-1. Nice little shot there by Shrek, who had to throw it up and couldn't do much there. 2:30 here to go in this one. Cyclones with the basketball on the other end of the court. It's Ruger Olson who's going to be blocked by, I believe that was Jones, and we're going to have a foul against West Prairie. That's going to go against Ruger Olson, and I believe that is his first foul. It is.
Number 2 actually got that.
Yeah, number 2, his second foul. So there you go, Ruger Olson with a couple of fouls, matches his jersey number. Chargers with the basketball. Miles Weir has taken over as the point guard for the Chargers, as Carlisle and the other starters have hit the bench here with a hefty lead late in the 4th. Number 11 for the Chargers, who's checked into the ballgame. Don't believe we said anything. Joshua Mullins has checked in as well. Weir, nice shot, just couldn't get it to fall, and it's Ryan Clark who comes away with the basketball.
Minute 35 remaining.
Copeland blocked there by a Charger. I think that was Jones who got a hand up there. Number 34 for the Illini West Chargers, Diego Melendez, has checked into the ball game.
Number 5 for the Cyclones back in as well.
Caden Little. So, like I said, he's the lone senior here for West Prairie. The counter lets it fly, can't get it to fall. Rebound fought for on the floor, and it always finds the new guy. Diego Melendez comes away with the basketball. 51-22.
1 minute remaining here in this one.
Ball tipped around there, and Melendez fighting for it, and Copeland, and Melendez comes away with it. It'll be a jump ball tie-up. And Jason Faust has checked into the ball game here for West Prairie, number 4.
Number 21 for the Chargers.
Number 21, that's Tristan Mokesh, I believe is how you say that. Mokashis. That was the one name I knew we were probably going to, or I knew I was going to incorrectly pronounce, but Dwayne might know how to pronounce that name. But welcome to the floor. Final 15 seconds left of this one, 51-22. It's been all Chargers in this one. Copeland swatted away, and Melendez, who almost traveled there. 5 seconds. We'll see who goes for it. It's number 4, puts up the shot, no good, and a rebound there to Caden Little, and that is your ball game. The Illini West Chargers defeat the West Prairie Cyclones 51-22. We'll be back with some unofficial stats right after this. You're watching TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
Minimally invasive surgery offers a variety of benefits to the patient. We are now able to offer patients a variety of operations with small incisions rather than big open incisions. The surgeries that we can do now, minimally invasive, include bariatrics, hernia repair, colorectal surgeries, faster recovery, smaller incisions, faster time back to work.
After my appointment that day, I just made up my mind that I'm going to have my baby here in Macomb and this hospital, because irrespective of where you're from, who you are, it's just their line of duty to make sure they give care, make you comfortable.
I thought about the staff of MDH, they're all good. And you will get all the support you need. This is just the best place for you and your family.
Welcome back to Bushnell-Prairie City High School. The final of this one, the Illini West Chargers take care of the West Prairie Cyclones 51-22. Lead scorers in tonight's game, of course, unofficially. For the victorious Illini West Chargers, leading the way was Trey Niederman, the junior, who had 21 points. And then following him, Ethan Carlisle, who had 11, as well as Wes Robertson, along with some other scorers throughout there. Leading the way for West Prairie was number 11, Braden Copeland. He had 15 points. Ryan Clark added 4. Matt Whitman had a pair, and Eli DeCounter had 1 on a lone free throw. The Chargers handle West Prairie in game number 1 of the Spartan Tip-Off Classic here from BPC. We'll have game number 2 between the Spartans and Bombers underway here in about 15 minutes. Of course, that'll be on a separate stream here on TSSR Game Time Live. So for John Reynolds and Dwayne Hulett, who's been running a fantastic camera here tonight, we're saying so long from BPC High School. You're watching TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.